Hi there, Autumn Bear here, answering the question, how do I avoid gluten in my diet? So there's a lot of different ways, of course, to avoid gluten. Um, these days, there's so many products, restaurants, alternative flours that exist. It's actually getting much, much easier than it has been in the past. Um, the main component, basically gluten, is a protein that's contained within the wheat grain. So when you're avoiding gluten, you have to really look, of course, at the products that you're eating and have an understanding of what sorts of products contain wheat and what sorts of products do not contain wheat. However, there are other glutinous products, certainly in barley as well. So the grains that do not have gluten are going to be millet, quinoa, teff, rice, corn, and amaranth, which are a variety of different types of grains that are non-glutinous, and they do not contain the gluten that people have an allergy or a sensitivity to. And, so part of what you really want to consider is that the majority of baked goods, unless they are specified gluten-free, if you're getting some sort of an over-the-counter product, in the United States, it has to actually be labeled gluten-free. There's a lot of little hidden products. For example, if you go to a Japanese restaurant and you use soy sauce, most people would think that soy sauce would be completely safe. However, I think the first ingredient in soy sauce besides soy is wheat. And so you have to really kind of read labels and have an understanding that, the majority of baked goods, unless specified gluten-free, majority of cereals, even if they, say like, corn cereal, they actually have to be considered and or clarified gluten-free in order for that to actually, because sometimes there's some hidden ingredients, like I said before. But if you're looking to avoid gluten and you want to do some of your own baking, there's some really great baking products out there. There's really good things to try in the majority of all grocery stores. I find gluten-free flours of all different sorts and types in even the simplest of grocery stores, or the middle of places that you wouldn't expect. So start to go out, explore your baking aisle, see what kinds of gluten-free flours are out there, and start to play with those and see what sorts of things you enjoy for taste. If you are doing baking, there's a ton of great recipes on the internet, and you'll start to explore things like xanthan gum, which are a replacement to help things become more baked-like and not so flat and flimsy, which some baked products can be when they don't have gluten. So overall, try to stay away from anything processed, and certainly stay away from any grains that you don't know what they are, and start to experiment at home. Gluten-free products can really become a true joy and something you look forward to, especially when you start making them on your own.